every spring I'm off to the garden center. Get all excited, get some seeds, grow stuff, lots of vegetables, save some money. I try. I don't always win, but I try. I should get points for that. And every year I go and buy, or I have been buying, these plastic containers or the peat pots. They have all sorts of different ways for you to start your seeds. And I bought this guy last year, and I didn't get to try it last year. I bought it a little bit too late. So this year I'm going to try it. And this is a pot maker for making pots for seedlings. They look like this when they're done. I can see all sorts of benefits with doing a paper version. I mean, they're biodegradable. The material is readily available. If you get the newspaper, there you go. I mean, it doesn't get any cheaper than that. And then once you've got your seedlings growing in these, you can transplant them straight into the ground without having to take the paper off. The roots will grow right through it. So it's better for the root system. Very cool. And I like the idea that it's biodegradable. You buy the plastic ones, at least for me, I get the plastic ones, and they're floating all over the place, for the rest of the winter. Where are you going to store them? They're big, they're clumsy, they blow away. Not handy. So this guy is pretty cool. Now, I've seen other videos. I went to have a look around, to get some tips and see how other people were doing it. And I noticed that people were using tape to close their cups. I mean, you have this sort of edge here, which tends to sort of flip up or come loose. And I figured out a good way of making it stay together without using any tape or glue or anything extra. So to do that, you just have a normal piece of newspaper. The instructions that came with mine, all of these seem to be a different size. Mine's pretty small, but the ones that I've seen elsewhere are bigger than this. My instructions said something about 30 centimeters by 10 centimeters, which is roughly 1 foot by maybe, I don't know, say 5 inches. I wasn't really exact about it. I mean, as long as the paper is kind of longer than the thing, then I think you're good to go. So I take a strip of this stuff and I go ahead, let's see if I can set up here, and I go ahead and I fold the top down. And the reason I fold the top down, I think it makes the top edge look nicer. It also makes the edge a bit sturdier. Then you go ahead and you tear one end. I don't know, it could be 1.5 inches, 2 inches, 5 centimeters from the edge. Doesn't really matter, it's not that important. As long as you rip it down to the fold. Okay. So then you take this guy here and you roll it up. Not too tight, because if you do it too tight, you'll have a hard time getting it off the pin. So you go ahead and you roll it up all the way, and you leave this flap up. And I'll show you why in a moment. Okay. So now we've got a pretty nice cylinder here with an open bottom. So next thing we'll do is fold it in. I don't think there's any right way or wrong way to do this. Just, whatever flips your switch, floats your boat, whatever works for you. So you take the bottom. I tend to like to just do it this way. Some people will just, put it on the table and mash it down, but by doing that, you make a nice sturdy bottom. And you can take it off. I can get it off of here. There we go. Okay. So now we've got the cup here. And then this is where the flap comes in. So now you'll fold this top down here inside. And that will keep this edge from going anywhere. And now you've got a nice, sturdy cup for your seedling. I got a lot of these done, and I went ahead and I bought trays, mini greenhouse from the garden center, so I've made a lot of these. You can get your kids in on these. They like to make them. They get kind of fascinated. It's like making paper airplanes, right? It's fun. They do them for a while. They get bored, but hey, it's free labor. I'm not complaining. But nice thing is, it doesn't take up much space. Put it in the storage, and then take it out again next year. get more newspapers out. I wish you luck with your garden. I wish me luck with my garden. I hope that I get some good vegetables this year. Hoping. Fingers are crossed. Anyway, good luck with your garden. Happy spring.